Welcome everybody. Today going to do a first mowing of the entire pathways. I've done like the center of the pathways a couple of times throughout the yard, but this time I'm going to do a high cut throughout all of the pathways to what I remember being the original height. So as you can see, it's getting a little hard to see the difference. Still kind of obvious. You can kind of see this used to be the edge right here by the depression, but I've done like one pass through the center, and this would be a lot wider. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a rough pass just like I did on the other property, and then hopefully, I think it's going to rain the next 2 days, and then I should be able to get one more shortcut or normal height cut done. And then the value of this, and I'll show some pictures of some of the other areas. What I want to do is, what are the benefits of having these pathways be well trimmed and wide? It just kind of formalizes it as being a, forest that you'd walk around and pick food from, and maybe be an educational thing or community garden type of thing, or what have you. But it's coming about the time when neighbors start complaining about long grasses, so I just try to keep it up to make it look like it's supposed to be what it is, I guess, like something that's being worked on. And these flags that I put everywhere, even though they kind of look like crap now, hopefully that kind of shows that people are doing something to the property. And now that I have a lot more bushes and trees planted, that also helps. So I'll post a few pictures from the other pathways, and then I'll take you on a walk around after I get this initial cut done. So thanks for watching, and here's some photos. So the trails are all freshly mowed. I'm just walking along the road here. Gonna see how that's all opened up, and I think it looks a lot more inviting. I'm gonna do the edge of the roadway here in just a little bit, but I want to capture this so you can kind of see the height difference of the grass that was trimmed before. Just, 10 days ago. It's been raining quite a lot. So at least there's some sort of curves, and I have bushes planted throughout, so hopefully, even though it's not too big of a bend, hopefully there'll be stuff that grows up to kind of block the view as you're walking up. And then like this one swoops all the way around and connects up in the corner, and then it goes around to toward the front. I guess that'd be the front, right? The back of my house is the front. So yeah, I'm gonna cut along the road here, and I'm gonna try and do the neighbor's part there. Hopefully I can get a hold of him and find out maybe if he just wants to cut that part himself. So now that I've extended the grass into that little property there, I think it'd be simpler for him just to cut it himself. I just wanted it to kind of be rounded. You can kind of see here on the right where this line goes around, and I cut the pathway there to show. So all this can be flat mowed, but I just wanted to keep that bend going into that pathway. Well, I guess I can keep walking around. I'm sure the viewers have an extra minute or two to watch me as I walk around. So I've gotten all the pathways done. It's pretty noticeable now. Maybe you can see here where I've cut along here to make that rounded. So he's got a riding lawnmower, so hopefully maybe I can just give him a can of gas every once in a while and he can zip around on his riding mower, and that would help me, and it might be better for him because when he cuts it, there's always a gap between when he cuts the grass and when I do. So it kind of loses the effect of freshly cut grass if half of it doesn't get touched. Yeah, it just kind of alternates and looks weird. But we've mowed everything but where we've sheet mulched and planted out comfrey and goji berries and baby dwarf mulberry trees, and there's one of the cherry bushes that I planted last year, and there's one on that corner. There's one actually right that flag. There's one just to the left of that. But no, just kind of give you an idea of what I do. It's kind of, some spaces are kind of limited, but it's kind of 2 people can walk relatively easy around. That's kind of the width goal I'm getting. I mean, it's not always going to be perfect or exact, and these can be changed a little bit. However, I think it does help open things up and make it look like the land has a purpose. Especially like the seating area over here, where hopefully by the end of the year there'll be all sorts of bushes 4 foot tall, a couple of trees. Unfortunately, I broke this pawpaw, which I don't know if it's even was gonna survive anyways, because even this is what I planted originally, and then another shoot had come up, and whether or not another one comes up, I don't know, but these are all in full sun and not exactly the best place to plant, because this used to be gravel all the way through here up to the mailbox. So it's really a crappy spot to be planting anything. But so I'm going to cut the video short here, and I hope this gives you guys an idea of maybe something you could do in your yards. Just let everything grow and kind of get creative on some pathways, because this summer I'm going to be making some single thin pathways that go through, making access that goes through here, and then maybe one that comes in and juts out or something like that. But for the main pathways, I want them to be wide, and I might just go through and kind of trim little pathways through the big clumps of tall grasses. But that really depends on kind of where I planted all the bushes to see where pathways kind of naturally form. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.